Welcome to Lay Lake TV. I'm your host, Donna Lee Blankenship, and today we're talking all things sports at Shelby County High School in Columbiana. My alma mater, go Wildcats! Woo! We're with the coaches, the athletic director. Let's find out what they got going on in sports at Shelby County High School. All right, we're here with the coaches at Shelby County High School in Columbiana, my alma mater. And I'm super excited to talk to you guys today. Thank you so much for taking the time to do it. And I want to start with you, Chris. You are, well, Coach Perkins.
Right.
I should call you officially by your names. Tell us just an overview, a little bit about the athletics at Shelby County High School. What's going on right now?
Right now, we've got baseball tryouts coming up. We just finished with the state playoffs in baseball. We made it to the second round. Our girls softball right now is going to be playing in Montgomery tomorrow. They're playing for the regionals tomorrow. Just finished up our spring football, and that's coming up this fall. And I know Coach McGehee over here is going to start up volleyball here really soon. So
that's awesome. And that's a lot more, like I was here in the 80s, and that's a lot more sports than we had football, baseball, basketball. I don't even think we had softball or volleyball. I don't think we had any of that.
Yeah, we have boys and girls tennis. We just finished up sectionals there. Had a pretty good showing there. So.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Okay, Coach, what kind of year did you have? What was your season like this year?
Played a lot of young kids, had a lot of learning to do, and grew as a team. The good thing is we've got 95% of our team coming back, and got some really young kids coming up, and the guys are closer now than they have been since we've from the 3 years we've been here. So the future is very, very bright here. We've made the playoffs 2 to 3 years that we've been here, so we're definitely headed in the right direction. It's just some growing pains with some young kids, and we'll get there. We just got to keep working day in and day out.
Is it easy? It's harder, I guess, to have the young team than to have the older veteran team on there.
Well, they just make some mistakes that the older ones usually don't.
That's right. That's right.
The experience. There's a lot to be said about experience.
Well, and they've got enthusiasm. I would think that the young team comes in with a lot more enthusiasm.
Yes, they do. They do. A lot more hunger. Wants to. They're pleasers.
Yeah.
So
they want to prove themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so we're looking for a good season this year. And Coach McGehee, volleyball. So you're getting ready for your fall season, right?
Yes, we just had our tryouts. We were a young team last year. We only had 2 seniors. Our junior varsity had a winning season last year, and we're hoping to develop on that for this season with a lot of things we're going to do this summer with the camp we have and some play dates we have. We're going to play some other teams just to try to get some team unity together, and looking forward to the season because we've got some talented players and just hoping for a good season.
That's excellent. What's your favorite thing about coaching volleyball?
I enjoy just watching the teamwork, watching the team get out there and work hard and be together, I guess,
Yeah.
just the enjoyment of watching them do things well.
And develop that teamwork.
Yes,
that's got to be
teamwork,
important.
yes.
All right, Coach Hamrick, what's going on in baseball?
Well, we just finished up, as Coach Perkins alluded to earlier, went down to Mobile Christian and got beat in the second round of the playoffs. But this is our 4th consecutive year being in the playoffs. We've advanced every single year for all 4 years, so it's another successful season.
I think people tend to underestimate how important it is to have the community support and have the fans in the stands. Like, don't you think that when the people are here, the players play better? I mean, would you say that?
Absolutely.
So what can we do? Where can people find information about when the games are, when they can show up, what the ticket prices are? Where's your place they need to go for that?
Football.
Well, we do have our football webpage that we have on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We usually post all the information there weekly. So that's where a lot of it can be found.
Awesome. Okay. Same for volleyball, same for baseball. Just go to the Shelby County High School website, or it's what's the name of the website?
It's Shelby County High School Football Club.
Okay. Very good. Very good. And now another thing I was real curious about is what kind of coach do you try to be? Everybody kind of has their focus, what they like to try to impart onto the younger generation. And maybe a coach that sort of really mentored you, somebody that was really influential in you heading down this path as a career. So
for tennis, I like to approach it. That's a sport you can play for your entire life.
Right.
So it's not like some of these sports where when you're finished with high school, you're finished. So I try to instill a love of the game into them, as well as teaching them how to play. And we have a really good time with it. We're steadily getting better. We're really competitive this year. I was really proud of my team this year. My role model was my dad. He was actually my tennis coach growing up. He also coached me in baseball. So yeah, I try to be like him.
That's pretty awesome. And so what's the one thing you learned from him you really try to impart?
The love of the game.
Just the love of the game.
Just working hard and enjoying it.
That's awesome.
So as soon as it starts to get to where you don't love it, just take a step back. And,
reassess.
Until you miss it.
Go from there. All right, Coach Ellison, what do you think?
Well, for me, as far as a mentor, I've had several along the way. Several high school coaches here that I was able to play under, whether it was Coach Hill, Coach Adams, Coach Walters. It's hard to name just one.
Sure.
But what all of those guys have in common is what I want to be. And my thing is it doesn't matter what situation it is, what the question I have or advice, it's a phone call away.
Yeah.
And I always want to be there for these guys, the guys that play for us, just like they have been for me. So, almost like a second dad in a way.
Yeah.
And then some, the only dad. So
true.
But that door's always open for our guys. I know these other coaches are the same way. It's a phone call or a text away. What do you need? If we can help you, we can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. Coach McGehee?
I'm kind of animated on the sidelines, I guess. The kids say I'm a little bit different on the court or on the court, and I just feel like I want them to know that I'm as enthusiastic as they are about how important the games are, and really want to show them that I care, and I think they see that. I got that from a couple of coaches of mine that actually got to be my assistants when I worked at Tarrant High School, and that was Coach Eddie Odom and Coach Zip Floyd. They were big role models in my life, because when I started coaching basketball with Coach Odom, I found out I didn't know anything, and it was good to have somebody to just be able to call and get information from and say, what do you think about this, and get an honest answer.
Right. Awesome. All right, Coach Hamrick?
I've been really blessed to have a lot of great coaches, great mentors. I would say, because I'm kind of like Coach Ellison, you can't sit here and name them all because we'll be here a while. But so I played for Coach Brian Shoup at Birmingham Southern, and one thing that he and an assistant coach there, Butch Thompson, now the head coach at Auburn, and Matt Braga, which is the head coach at Tennessee Tech now, all three of those guys, which were a big part of me becoming who I am today as a coach. One thing they had was they made sure that they developed a relationship first, right? And if you develop a trust and a relationship with your player, the player would then pretty much run through a wall for you, right? But they got to trust you first, and they got to believe in you. And so I think coaching is all about relation building. And if you can get that relation built, then guys are going to play hard for you. They're going to do what you ask of them, and hopefully that leads to success.
Absolutely. And I would think y'all would agree, or correct me if I'm wrong, but there's so much leadership skills, so many leadership skills that come from playing sports, and name some of those things that you take with you just from having played sports. I mean, anybody.
I guess it's really just setting the bar high and holding people accountable, whether it's your assistant coaches or the kids in the building. And that's not always an easy job, but these guys, they do a great job of setting the standard, holding kids to it, and we learn from each other every day.
Holding kids accountable, saying, hey, we need you here at this time, and just the discipline they can get for when they start working in the real life.
Right. No excuses.
Right, no excuses.
Put it all on the field. Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much. Is there anything that I have not mentioned about Shelby County sports? Anything that y'all want to just make sure people know?
I mean, I think our sports programs are going in the right direction. Everything is, we've got a lot of great kids here. We've got wonderful coaches here, and I think the future's just bright for us here.
Excellent.
Glad to have you guys on board.
Yeah.
One thing I would like to say, our community support here is unbelievable. Whether it's across the road at our front office or just the people in town. I mean, you come to a playoff baseball game, you come to a Friday night, volleyball games, basketball games. There's people here that do not even have a kid in the program
That's awesome.
that come out and support, and that's not the case everywhere.
Right.
And coaches support each other. They're there for each other, and when you've been to 4, 5, 6 different places, you kind of see how things are done, and you know when you're in a good place.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said, it's a good day to be a Wildcat. Guys, come out to the games, support the teams, come from the lake. You're welcome from the lake, and just come and be a part of this. It's a good day to be a Wildcat. We'll see you around the lake.